Hey guys, it's BigBang2PM96, and today I'm going to tell you guys about, what's it called, bedding. And yeah, so for bedding you should have at least 2 inches, and if you've watched my other videos you'll notice that I've said that I'm about to clean my cage, so that's why there's not much in here, because I took it all out at first. And so anyways, back to the point. So for bedding you should give them at least 2 inches so that they can burrow. And more is always better, and the more you put, the less often you'll have to clean their cage. And they're skirting around a lot because the camera kind of scares them. They're not used to it as much as like my regular hand or whatever. But anyways, so 2 inches is minimum. And I would recommend mixing Carefresh and Aspen together. Carefresh is really absorbent and really soft, but it doesn't hold up burrows very well. And Aspen is pretty cheap and holds up burrows really well, but it's not that absorbent or very soft. So I mix them together so that I can have a soft, absorbent bedding that holds up burrows well, and it kind of lessens the cost because I have to buy everything by myself. My parents won't pay for anything. So yeah, and things you should absolutely not use are pine and cedar or any softwood bedding because they contain this like aromatic oil. It's like natural because it's part of the tree, and all softwoods have it, but the fumes are really bad for your gerbil's respiratory systems, and you can't really tell that it's hurting it, but you will eventually because it'll be harder for them to breathe, but by that point it'll be a bit too late to change. So if you are using pine or cedar, you might, or any softwood, you might want to change immediately. Some people say that pine is okay if it's kiln or air dried, but I still don't really want to risk it with my gerbils. And you should also not use corncob bedding because when it absorbs urine and stuff, it it grows mold, and if they eat it, it could hurt their digestive systems. So you want to make sure not to use corncob bedding. You do not want to use cat litter because it's poisonous for them, and I wouldn't really recommend yesterday's news either. You shouldn't use sawdust because it might get into their eyes and cause blindness, and sand is okay for them, but it doesn't absorb very well. It's just like a big bathroom, so the things of pee will just like clump up, kind of like a litter box for cats, and it could also cause not sand, sorry. And then sand is also really hard to clean, and yeah, it's not as like pet friendly as Aspen or Carefresh is. So if you get Carefresh, I would not recommend Carefresh Colors or Carefresh Ultra or Carefresh Confetti because they have, oh my god, okay, they have either been dyed or like bleached, and I don't really trust bleached or dyed things with my gerbils. And so I do get Carefresh Natural, and you might want to buy 60 liters because if you have a tank as large as mine and you're giving them 2 inches of bedding every day, it'll take a lot of bedding to fill it up. So it's best if you just buy a really large pack. Plus they're usually cheaper per unit, per like square unit or whatever. For Aspen, I would recommend Katie Aspen rather than Petco Aspen. I do have Petco Aspen now, and I think I made a review on Katie Aspen versus Petco Aspen. I'm not really sure. I remember filming it, but I don't remember if I decided to post it or not. But anyways, so there's that, and in the video I said that the Petco Aspen was very coarse. It's very coarse, and it's very firm, and it doesn't absorb quite as well as Katie Aspen does. So if you just like move Katie Aspen around with your hand, you'll notice that it does make a little noise when you do it, but it's a very light, just like shuffling noise. But when you do this, when you do it with Petco Aspen, it just crackles, and it's like, it just sounds and feels so dry and so like coarse, and it does not seem soft for them at all. So unfortunately I bought a huge bag of Petco Aspen, and so, oh, this is a pellet, by the way, from their food. It's not a piece of poop. And so I have to use it up before I get any more because I'm too poor to waste an entire bag of Aspen. Because I asked my parents if they would buy me Katie Aspen, and they said no. And I actually have no money left, so I can't buy it myself. They won't buy it for me, so I'm stuck with my Petco Aspen. But I do have good Carefresh, and there's this thing called, I think it's called Critter Care by Walmart brand. It's a Walmart brand, and it looks just like Carefresh, and I've never used it. So if you guys do, and you use Carefresh and Critter Care, and you can compare them, and tell me the comparisons, that would be great, because Critter Care is a lot cheaper than Carefresh is. And I have heard that it was a lot dustier, so I'm not really sure. I may or may not try using it, but for now I am very happy with my Carefresh bedding. Yeah. So that's all. Bye guys.